Former President Trump is facing a new indictment in the federal election interference case against him, with revised evidence and a new focus on what he did when he was a candidate, not when he was president. ABC's Pierre Thomas reports.
Tonight, special counsel Jack Smith filing a new indictment against former President Donald Trump for his efforts to overturn the 2020 election, a direct response to the recent Supreme Court ruling on presidential immunity. That ruling granting presidents sweeping immunity for virtually all official acts of the executive branch. So Smith went back to the drawing board, now prosecuting Trump for what he allegedly did in his role as a candidate, not as president of the United States. The new indictment charges Trump with the same 4 crimes, including conspiracy to defraud the United States, to obstruct the certification of the electoral votes on January 6, and conspiracy against the right to vote and to have one's vote counted. But there are some changes in the wake of that Supreme Court ruling, which determined a president is entitled, at a minimum, to a presumptive immunity from prosecution for all of his official acts. The new indictment removes any mention of Trump's alleged behavior that prosecutors believe could be considered official acts. For example, it no longer describes Trump's alleged effort to enlist Justice Department officials to subvert the election. And it no longer details how multiple federal officials, including the Director of National Intelligence, told Trump his claims of election fraud were false. What Smith has done instead is focus on Trump as the leader of his campaign, highlighting he was not acting in his official role as president, but in his capacity as a candidate for office. In one instance, noting the defendant had no official responsibilities related to the certification proceeding, but he did have a personal interest as a candidate in being named the winner of the election. The special counsel knew the clock was ticking. DOJ policy discourages prosecutors from filing federal charges against candidates within 60 days of an election, but we're not yet within that 60-day window. The special counsel is trying to be surgical, even removing from his indictment statements Trump made from the White House podium about the election being stolen. We expect Trump's legal team to respond in court in the coming days, but it's unlikely we will see Trump in court before the election. For his part, Trump called today's indictment ridiculous and an act of desperation. He said the case should be thrown out. Pierre Thomas, ABC News, Washington.